Hi, welcome to Future Technos. I don't exactly use a tablet every single day, but throw a 9-inch OLED gaming tablet my way, and I just might. The Red Magic Astra is the company's second attempt at building a gaming tablet. It is easier to hold, more powerful than the first one, and it now offers a stunning OLED display. It has just launched in the global market and starts from $499. The one I have here is the Eclipse black color, but there is also a Starfrost silver version. Only the Eclipse edition gets a 1 terabyte option, which is perfect if you want the biggest storage available. Speaking of colors, Red Magic also released a new color for their slim Red Magic 10 Air smartphone. It's called Flare, and honestly, this color is fire. The design language of that phone is actually less like the 10 and 10S Pro, and more like the new tablet. It is also 10% thinner than the rest of the 10 series devices, coming in at just 7.85 millimeters. Even at that thinness, it still has touch triggers and an all-screen display, thanks to its under-display selfie camera. If you're interested in that phone, you can check out the link in the description. But let's stay focused on the star of today's video, the Astra gaming tablet. The Astra feels like a crossover between a gaming phone and a tablet. Imagine if the best of both worlds were combined into one device. That is exactly what this tablet feels like. The crazy thing is that it is just 6.9 millimeters thick. That's even thinner than the already slim Red Magic 10 Air smartphone. The weight is also impressive, only 370 grams, which is way lighter than their first tablet. Despite being thin and light, it still has a sturdy metal back with flat side rails that give it a premium feel. On the top frame, you'll find the power button, which doubles as a fingerprint sensor. It works fine, not the fastest in the world, but reliable enough. Once you unlock it, you are greeted with that new OLED display in all its glory. It's a flat 9.06-inch panel with a 2.4K resolution, a 100% DCI-P3 color gamut, and an impressive 165 Hz refresh rate. That refresh rate alone makes everything feel super fluid, whether you're gaming or just scrolling. This year, Red Magic partnered with Synaptics to create a custom touch chip that allows a crazy 20,000 Hz instant touch sampling rate. Standard touch sampling is 240 Hz. But this new instant sampling is meant to give an edge in responsiveness during fast gaming moments. Brightness has also seen a huge jump. The panel can now hit 1/600 nits of peak brightness, up from just 550 nits on the older model. Even full-screen brightness is now 1/100 nits, which makes it usable outdoors without struggling. The main reason for this jump is the move from LCD to OLED. Their first tablet, the Red Magic Nova, used an LCD panel like many other gaming tablets around this price point. But OLED is simply better. You get higher brightness, higher contrast, better color reproduction, and much faster response times. For a gaming tablet, it just makes sense. Red Magic is all about immersive displays, and this time they nailed it. The bezels have also been cut down to just 4.9 millimeters. They are symmetrical all around, small enough to give a premium feel, but still large enough to prevent accidental touches when holding the tablet. To me, this form factor feels perfect. It's big enough to enjoy movies, games, or reading, but not so big that it becomes tiring to hold. For gaming, this size is ideal because your thumbs can easily reach the center of the screen in landscape mode. Look closely at the top bezel and you'll notice the selfie camera. It's one of the smallest sensors I've ever seen. Red Magic claims it's a 9-megapixel sensor, though it outputs around 7.68 megapixel photos. The pictures are decent for a tablet, nothing groundbreaking, but good enough for casual use. Video, however, is capped at 1080p at 30 frames per second. That's a bit disappointing, but again, no one buys a gaming tablet for selfie videos. It works, and that's what matters. Flip the tablet over, and you'll notice a transparent glass section on the back plate. This is where the LEDs light up for the Red Magic logo and where the physical cooling fan sits. Just like with their gaming phones, the LEDs can stay lit even when the device is locked. It adds that classic Red Magic gamer vibe. Unlike the Nova, which had a raised camera module, the Astra keeps things flat. The camera is tucked neatly behind the glass, giving the back a clean look. The rear camera is a single 13-megapixel sensor. That's actually a downgrade from the 50-megapixel shooter on their first tablet. Photos come out fine at the standard focal length, and you can zoom up to 10 times, but don't expect amazing detail. For video, you can record up to 4K resolution, though all video modes are capped at 30 FPS. There's also some shakiness, even with anti-shake enabled. To be honest, it's good that the camera exists, but no one is buying this for photography. At least it's there if you need to scan a document or take a quick picture. What I do like is the new durability rating. The Astra comes with an IP54 dust and water resistant certification. That means it can handle splashes and light rain without worry. Not many gaming tablets even bother with water protection, so this is a welcome feature. Behind that glass section, you'll also find the turbo fan. Unlike Red Magic's phones, there are no external vents on the Astra. The fan is completely internal. That might sound odd, but because the tablet is larger, it probably doesn't need vents the way smaller devices do. Instead, the system works like a giant vapor chamber with the fan circulating air inside. The back glass also has some printed text that highlights the cooling system. And for the first time, Red Magic has used a dual-layer vapor chamber design. One vapor chamber sits above the chipset, and another sits below. Together, they sandwich the CPU and keep it cool. They've also upgraded the liquid metal cooling to version 2.0. This time, it's processed into a solid-state piece that sits between the CPU and battery. The idea is to not just cool the processor, but also keep the battery running at safer temperatures during heavy gaming. And speaking of the battery, the Astra packs the largest battery of any tablet under 9 inches. It's an 8,200 mAh cell, and it can charge from 0 to 100% in just 71 minutes. That's a little slower than the Nova, which charged under 60 minutes, but the efficiency here should be better. OLED is less power-hungry than LCD, and the new Snapdragon chip is also more efficient. The Snapdragon 8 Elite powers this device, though it's not the overclocked leading version used in Red Magic's flagship phone. Even so, benchmark scores are almost identical. The Antutu score is right there with the top overclocked chip. Geekbench single-core is about the same, though multi-core is a bit lower, and GPU scores are just slightly under. In real-world gaming, though, you won't notice the difference. The Astra also features LPDDR5T RAM, UFS 4.1 Pro storage, and the Red Core R3 Pro gaming chip. That secondary chip handles extra gaming effects and reduces load on the main processor. The combination ensures smoother performance and better stability.